everyone, this is Maki. It's been a while since the second Hathaway's Flash movie was released. It has also been a while since it was released in English-speaking regions. However, it still hasn't been made available on streaming services. I would like to take the time to watch it as soon as possible, but unfortunately, no release date has been announced yet. Today, let's take a look at some photos of scenes released by the Japanese media outlet Hobby Japan. We might even discover something interesting. Of course, please be careful. In today's program, I will be revealing a lot of spoilers from the second film. If you plan to watch it via streaming or another method, it would probably be best to skip today's program. So, are you ready? If you don't mind, please support my channel by subscribing for just 99 cents a month. As a thank you, you will receive a name badge and comment stamps. Now, let's begin. First, let's take a look at Penelope while she's being repaired. This scene also appeared in the promotional video preview. A photo showing it from a different angle has now been released. The fixed flight unit has been removed from the main body of the Odysseus Gundam and placed separately. You can see where the armor is damaged in places. However, what is striking is how few damaged areas there are. The areas covered with cloth are probably damaged sections as well. But please remember, at the climax of the first film, the Penelope was hit by a large number of missiles. Even so, it barely lost its original shape. This scene really shows the incredible durability of the metal known as Gundam alloy. Do you also remember the conversation between Lane and the mechanic? The mechanic said that the entire outer armor needs to be replaced. How to interpret this is up to each fan. Some people might have interpreted this as meaning that a different set of exterior parts distinct from the fixed flight unit would be prepared. However, I would also like to point out that the fixed flight unit was not discarded, but placed there safely instead. Perhaps that line meant that the outer armor parts of the flight unit would be replaced. Either way, there is no doubt that the Penelope itself will play an active role in the third film. I am definitely looking forward to seeing its new form. Next is the scene in which Maki maintains a mobile suit. This scene provides a clear view of the shape of a mobile suit thermonuclear reactor. Another scene was released showing a little of the internal structure of the reactor core. It appears to be a maintenance software screen. The Anaheim Electronics logo can be seen in the bottom right corner of the screen. Please also pay attention to the section below that. The phrase, "From spoons to space battleships," is written there. This is Anaheim Electronics' catchphrase. It proudly shows that Anaheim Electronics is a giant corporation that manufactures everything from products for civilian life to weapons for government forces. It feels pretty comical that the company has put this phrase on the screen of military software. This is a very famous phrase, and perhaps the first time it has officially appeared in animated footage. It's a small detail, but it's an intriguing moment for longtime fans. In this scene, Hathaway and mechas discuss the engine of a mobile suit. They discuss the general idea of what kind of situation would cause a mobile suit engine to shut down. It's just a personal prediction, but I think the third film might feature an accident or trap involving the mobile suit engine. Through elements such as the maintenance scene and the software screen, the film shows the audience that the mobile suit engine is important. It feels as though there is some kind of intention behind it. Of course, it's also possible that I'm simply being overzealous and misinterpreting things. Next, let's take a look at Mrs. Mew armaments. As we can see, it is equipped with a vector tail stabilizer. This is the same equipment that was used by the mecha piloted by Gorman in the first film. The weapon on the right is apparently ship-to-ship missiles. In other words, it is a weapon that would usually be found on a ship, but has been mounted on the mobile suit. On the left side is a 6-tube mortar. This is fully loaded with armaments for shelling the Hathaway conference. Next is the She Gundam's weapon. This scene was also shown in the promotional video and other materials. It uses the sand barrel, a weapon designed to intercept missiles and similar threats. This weapon releases metal balls into the air which collide with and destroy missiles. Apparently, the sand barrel is fired from the weapon bay at the tip of the shield. It has also been revealed that the weapon bay is intended for carrying funnel missiles. Since funnel missiles are used in the final battle, this means that the sand barrel has been temporarily equipped for this scene. A scene related to Maki's organization has also been released. In it, a man calling himself Amada Mansan talks with Gege on the phone. The nameplate on the desk also bears the name Amada Mansan. Amada instructs Hathaway, who works as a botanical inspection officer. However, that is only the surface level relationship. In reality, he is at the center of Maki. However, the specific role they play is never revealed until the very end of the story. Even in the staff credits shown at the end of the film, he is only listed as a man who seems to be Amada. It isn't clear whether he is the real Amada. Also based on my memory, I feel like the Amada who was talking with Hathaway had a different hair color. A similar scene has been released, but I cannot say for certain whether that scene was a flashback to Hathaway's past, as my memory is vague. This could mean that there are multiple people calling themselves Amada. This is similar to Jin Jahanam, who appears in the Victory Gundam story. To be clear, he has nothing to do with Shiro Amada. Currently, there is no evidence to suggest a relationship between Amada Mansan and Shiro. Next is the Red Guzzi costume. This mobile suit has been a huge topic of conversation among fans. A scene featuring the Red Guzzi costume at the Federation Forces base has officially been released. I am really looking forward to seeing what role it will play in the third film. Who will be its pilot? Next is the Arrear Zeus. It flies using thrusters called shelf nozzles. It has also been revealed that the shelf nozzles glow red when they are at maximum output. In other words, when the shelf nozzles glow red in battle scenes, it means that the Arrear Zeus is fighting at full power. Initially, it gave the impression that it was fighting the She Gundam on equal terms. But now we know that the Arrear Zeus was only just managing to fight while pushing its performance to the limit. Next are the She Gundam's head Balkan guns. The barrels are positioned on either side of the head, and when they fire, shutters open to expose the barrels. The holes used to eject shell casings also work by opening shutters when they are used. Finally, let's examine the She Gundam's fingers. On the left side, the sub-manipulator can be seen. The She Gundam's hands are larger than those of other mobile suits. So, when using equipment designed for standard-sized mobile suits, the sub-manipulator is apparently used. A notable feature is that it has 3 fingers. In the story, it is described as being used when the energy pack of the beam rifle is replaced. The scene was so short that I missed it. Using the sub-manipulator may also enable the Gundam to use equipment made by Anaheim Electronics. That's all that was revealed this time. I am really looking forward to seeing the new form of the Penelope. I would love to hear your thoughts too. Thank you for watching until the end. I will see you again in the next program.